Welcome back. The side effect of pandemic is social distancing, lead people to stay at home rather than go outside. As a result, pandemic has turned everyone into gamers, as one of the game is more popular than any other game. There is the most downloaded mobile game worldwide, so-called Among Us.
Among Us by the Inner Sloth was the most downloaded game worldwide in October, according to the new data by Sensor Tower. Among Us remained the most downloaded mobile game worldwide for October 2020 with approximately 74.8 million installs, which represented a 50 times increase from October 2019. In terms of revenue, the game is said to have generated around $3.2 million through player spending. And so far, the top 5 most downloaded games worldwide in October 2020 also included Join Clash 3D from Supersonic, Garena Free Fire from Garena Games, and Genshin Impact from MiHoYo. Rebel Sources IDX Channel.
Yeah, the word imposter is very common now, right? And that term won't be as popular as it is now if it's not because a game so-called Among Us. Among Us quickly became one of the most popular video games in the online gaming community, despite being out for over 2 years now. The online multiplayer game has achieved unprecedented success in recent months, becoming one of the most downloaded games. But the question is, how can Among Us became so wildly popular? Well, the answer is in the next graphic. This is the first graphic. What does make Among Us very popular in the world? The first one is influencer usage, global pandemic, and then engaging multiplayer game and cross-platform game. And personally, I think global pandemic is the most reasonable one so far. We cannot even deny that COVID-19 pandemic has left people socially distant, and it comes the clever one. The amount of conversation this game creates adds the social aspect to it. It seems counterintuitive that a game would make a player wait to continue playing. It requires the player to keep opening the app, hoping that next time he would get to play the imposter. To a point where opening the app itself becomes a habit. Very clever, right? It makes people keep playing it and attract new people to download it. And yes, as the result, Among Us is soaring in downloads and shows no signs of slowing down. Curious much? Let's see the data in the next graphic. The second graphic in today's infographic session is Among Us global downloads in million downloads. As you can see, trend-wise, it keeps on increasing in 1.1 million downloads in January 2020 to 75 million downloads in October 2020. We collect the data from Sensor Tower Store Intelligence. And Among Us literally killing it in October. The mobile multiplayer title picked up 75 million downloads, making it the most downloaded game that month. Among Us has become so successful that indie developer Inner Sloth canceled work on another potential sequel in order to maintain and expand its massive hit. Initially released in 2018, Among Us saw a surge in popularity between August and September when the game had 655% rise in downloads. Even better, it pushed among 217 million installs. A lot of the spotlight on Among Us lately has been due to the popularity content creators and streamers bring to it. The majority of last month's downloads came from United States, Brazil, and Mexico. And let's see the detail on the next graphic. So this is the countries with largest spike in Among Us downloads. We have United States, 20.5 million downloads, or as much as 23.7%. Brazil, 16.6 million downloads, or as much as 19.2%. And Mexico, 6.8 million downloads, or as much as 8% of the total downloads of Among Us. And furthermore, for the first week of November, Inner Sloth's title has remained at the top of the download charts. The installs have been accumulated through the App Store and Google Play. In terms of revenue, the game is said to have generated around 3.2 million through player spending despite being free to play. This was largely thanks to player purchases over the game's 2 years run. And let's see it through the next graphic for the detail. This is Among Us revenue from players spending. The total up to date as much as 3.2 million US dollar. And the countries with the highest contributor to Among Us, we have United States as much as 1.6 million US dollar contribution to the game. Brazil, 335,000 US dollar. South Korea, 330,000 US dollar. And by now, those numbers have almost certainly changed, but we can still use them to estimate roughly how much money the game has earned. And of course, it will be easy to say that each Among Us developer made hundreds of thousands of dollars and leave it at that, but things are never quite so simple. One important thing to note is that the 3.2 million US dollar in revenue does not all get to the game developer. Each platform the game can be found on, the iOS App Store, the Google Play Store, and Stream, each take a 30% cut from sales on their platforms, lowering the number to 2.66 million US dollar. In addition, what Steam, Apple, and Google demand Inner Sloth must also pay taxes on what they make and must juggle the tax laws of various countries all around the world to do so. And yes, viewers, Among Us, however, reached its current level of popularity not because it was groundbreaking, but because what it provided during unprecedented worldwide circumstances. It gave people a way to connect in ways that they physically could not. And stay tuned on Market Headlines because we'll be right back after the break.